How's it going, everybody? And welcome to the Fourth and Long podcast with your host, Alec Pecano, and the co-host, Bradley Walker. We're going to start tonight by playing a little clip of what Marshall head coach Charles Huff said last week before the Ohio State game, and we will chime in and give you our thoughts and opinion. Hopefully we don't get copyrighted for. I got a better idea. Let's do it like this.
I feel good about the track we're on. I feel good about the track we're on. Trust me, I know where we are, but I feel good about the track we're on. And I feel good about the players we have. Would love to have some of those guys from Ohio State too. So if they want to transfer on down, we've got a Tudor's Biscuit NIL, all you can eat. So if any of those guys that run really, really fast at Ohio State like Tudor's Biscuits, I promise you, all you can eat all day if you transfer here. So, but yeah.
Oh, man.
Hold up. When I heard that, I'm like, I have to show that I have to play that clip on the podcast.
But actually, no, I did see that clip on Saturday night when I got home from the USF game. You can't but not laugh about that. If anybody,
No, you can't.
Any negativity out of that, they need to be slapped because that is that clip.
He's just trying. He's trying to have fun.
That's going to live in infamy for the rest of his life. He will always be known for that. That's what he'll be known for. No matter where he coaches, that's what he'll be known for. Is that clip right
Tudor's Biscuits. When he first said that, I'm like, is this serious or is he just doing a joke? And then I'm like, okay, this isn't serious. It's a joke. And it's hilarious. You saw within 2 seconds, I started laughing.
I mean, it again, that's what it was there for. I think he was playing to the media as a lot of coaches do, some of them doing it in a negative way, but he did it in a positive way. So, what the heck, man? So.
But
he went to the transfer.
Yeah. But let's get in. We are debuting a new segment tonight called Buy or Sell, and we're going to talk about an unspecified number of teams, and we're going to say whether we're buying or selling their start to the season. And so let me share my screen again, and we're going to start in the American, and we're going to start with let's see. We're going to start with Navy. They are 3-0, 2-0 in conference. Are we buying or selling Navy as being a contender in the American?
I would say early on during the preseason, no, but I think I'm buying now. They're running just like Army. They run that triple option offense, and they haven't been able to be stopped yet. And it's going to be cool at the end of the season come December to see those two teams play against each other in the, annual Army-Navy game. But I'll buy Navy this year as a contender.
I'm buying it too. North Texas is next. Are we buying a 3-1 start from North Texas, or are we selling and saying, no, this is fool's gold?
I'm going to say fool's gold. I'm selling.
I'm going to agree because I don't think they can keep this up in conference play. ECU, are we buying or selling their 2-2 start?
Selling. They're not a good team. They're not a good team. They're, again, when conference play starts, you'll see what happens to them.
I'm selling too. I would say we do USF, but I think we're both going to buy it because
Yeah, I
we
think
know what Coach Golish is all about.
I
Tulane.
think they bounced back and beat Tulane this week in New Orleans.
So I think we're both going to sell Tulane then.
Right. Well, I mean, not. I mean, we don't have to sell on one game. I mean, Tulane could be there at the end. And I mean, they've had 2 close games this year with Kansas State and Oklahoma. So I mean, 2 good teams. So I mean, I know
Oklahoma's going to be an interesting one when we get to the
Tennessee.
SEC.
Yeah.
Tulsa 2-2. Sell. UTSA.
Yeah.
I want to say buy, but kind of hard.
Yeah,
they haven't been very impressive in their 4 games.
I would sell that one too.
UAB 1-2. Sell.
Yeah, Trent Dilfer doesn't need to be a college coach.
No. Charlotte fans, I'm sorry, but I'm selling. I don't buy this at all.
Yeah, Charlotte, no. I agree with you on that one.
Memphis?
Buy.
Hard buy. FAU?
Sell. Because they lost to FIU. Yeah, no. I'm going to sell them.
Rice?
Sell.
Temple's an easy one. We sell. And I'm surprised Stan Drayton still has a job. Louisville,
I'm going to say buy. They have forget who they play this week.
Notre Dame.
I'm going to buy. Louisville. Yep.
I'm going to say buy, but beware.
Okay.
Beware. Because I've looked at their schedule and they have a couple games on there that are toss-ups that they can win, but they can also turn into losses. Boston College.
I'm buying. They've got a good thing going there in BC.
Virginia. Sell. Clemson. Sell.
I agree.
Stanford. I don't want to get fooled by them. I'm tempted to lean buy, but it's kind of hard.
I'm gonna sell. They're in a new conference, so I'm gonna sell that.
Yeah. So, Syracuse.
Syracuse is on the fence because it's hard to go either way with them. So far, I mean, that's hard.
Hold. In that case, hold.
That's a hard
one. Georgia Tech.
Well, they beat Florida State, but they've struggled. I'm going to say sell. They've struggled at times, but then they beat good teams. So we'll see.
Sell, but with a side of concern.
Okay.
I think you see who the next team is.
FSU? That's a sell for me.
Easy sell. Duke,
I'm going to say buy. They have a game against North Carolina this week.
Buy.
My picks, but I'll say buy.
Miami, buy.
That's an easy buy. I got to watch them last week.
Pittsburgh. I like their quarterback.
I'm going to say hold on them. Up? Yeah, I'm going to say hold on them. They're like Syracuse. Yeah.
North Carolina. They got obliterated by James Madison last week.
The only reason I'm going to say buy is because of Mac Brown. I think he gets him back on track.
Well, and after this segment, I saw, or we can talk about it now in between talking about SMU. So I'm going to say buy too, but I'm a little concerned because I saw an article after the game on Saturday that the players had to convince him to not step away and retire.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
SMU,
Bye.
hold. For me, it's a
Hold.
hold because they changed quarterbacks, and we really haven't seen that much of Kevin Jennings. Virginia Tech, easy buy for me.
Okay. Bye.
Cal, hold.
Hold. Yep.
North Carolina State,
Buddy, I would love
I'm
to say
worried.
bye, but they haven't looked good at times, so I'm going to say sell.
I'm going to say sell, but for a different reason. They're playing two quarterbacks all of a sudden. And from experience, that never works.
Nope.
And in Wake Forest is just there to be there. Sell.
That's a sell. Yeah.
Now, this could come back to bite us because we say sell now, but then we look at a couple weeks. Exactly. Big 12. BYU. Are we buying BYU or is it fool's gold?
I'm going to say hold on them because they win big games, but then they have clunkers too. So I'm going to say hold on you. Yeah.
Utah, sell.
Sell?
Sell.
Okay.
Because of Cam Rising's injury.
Yes. Yes, I agree. With him being hurt, it's a definite sell.
UCF, fool's gold. There's no way they can continue this undefeated. They played Colorado this week.
Mm-hmm. I say sell, and the only reason because they're USF's rival.
Cincinnati.
Sell.
Which I did end up ranking this week. Sell. Colorado.
I'm going to say buy.
I don't want to give
we
buy.
Covered I think they're going to give UCF their first loss this week.
Texas Tech.
Sell.
Sell. Easy sell. West Virginia. Hold.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to hold for them too.
Iowa State, buy.
Yes. Cyclones, definitely.
Arizona. They got a big game this week. They got Kansas State, who's not going to be pleased. But I'm buying Arizona.
Okay.
Where do you stand on Arizona?
I'll say buy because, again, they're one of the teams, Bud, that moved into a new conference that's doing very well. So I'll buy into the Wildcats.
Kansas State, hold.
Okay. I'll say hold too. I like their quarterback. We'll have to see how they do now that conference play starts up. So, yeah.
Arizona State, fool's gold. There's no way they can continue this white hot start to the year. But I do think Kenny Dillingham has saved his job for the time being.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Oh boy. Oklahoma State. See,
I'm going to say buy at this moment.
I don't like predicting against Mike Gundy, so I'm going to say buy.
Yeah.
Baylor, sell.
Sell. Yep.
TCU, hold.
I was just going to say that, but they are another team that's kind of like in the middle there too. Could go either way.
Houston, sell.
Sell.
Kansas, unfortunately, I really want to say buy, but they've looked awful.
I'll say sell. I'll say sell in Kansas.
Sell.
It's a basketball school anyway.
Big Ten. Illinois. I don't know if I can buy it.
I mean, so far. Now, again, the buy, the fool's gold type thing situation where it could go either way for them.
Yeah, it could go downhill in a heartbeat.
I could say buy, and then 2 weeks from now, but we do this again, and I'll say sell. Who knows? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say hold because
Okay.
like I said, I don't know if I can trust it. Indiana, there is people outraged that Indiana is not ranked. And I don't think they deserve to be ranked. They haven't beaten anybody that's in the top 25.
That's another sell. That's a sell for me, bud, because again, they haven't, and then they have to beat the blue bloods of the Big Ten.
And
I
they have a new coach.
And that doesn't help either. Okay.
So Iowa, I'm gonna buy, but
Okay.
beware.
Yeah, buyers. I like that. Buyers beware. Yeah, I like that.
Michigan.
And
I'm gonna get slandered for this. I'm gonna say sell.
And I was going to say the same thing. And the only reason, but it's the 2 quarterback thing that you mentioned earlier with them.
Well, and now they're very well. Orgy started last week, and I looked at the stats. He only passed maybe 12 or 13 times, and I ran the ball the entire game.
Okay.
So that worries me about them is that they might be one-dimensional. Michigan State. I'm going to say buy.
Okay.
Just straight up buy. I like Jonathan Smith. He had a lot of success at Oregon State, and I think he's going to be able to do the same thing at Michigan State.
I'm going to say hold on them.
Washington, I'm going to say hold.
Me too.
Oh, you see who the next team is?
The Buckeyes.
I'm going to say buy all the way.
Yeah.
I think
me too.
I think they're going to win the Natty. Oregon, they've been rocky. I'm going to say buy, but I'm going to say with a little pinch of just a small bit of beware.
Yeah, me too. They're a buy. They're a buy, but again, it could be either way.
Penn State sell.
They got a big
I ain't
game
buying this.
too. So
they got Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm saying hold. No, I'm saying sell because I don't believe in James Franklin until proven otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Rutgers. I'm gonna say buy.
Yeah, they're playing good.
Wisconsin. Sell. Backup quarterback. Van Dyke's out. Purdue. Sell.
Yep, I agree.
Maryland.
Sell.
Fear the Turtles. Sell. Nebraska.
I'm gonna buy. Is there a quarterback?
Buy. USC. They can sling them. I'm going to say hold.
Hold, okay.
Minnesota. Sorry, PJ Fleck. I'm not on the row the boat chain.
Sell.
And I think he gets fired at the end of the year. And that's not a hot take or a bold prediction. I just think that they're going to move on. Northwestern. Sell.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Unfortunate. UCLA.
Hold.
Unknown. Liberty. Buy.
Yeah, I buy. Absolutely.
Sam Houston. Fool's gold.
I agree.
Western Kentucky. They're a tough one. They're a tough one to figure out.
Hold. I would say hold.
Hold. Louisiana Tech. Sell. Florida International. Sell.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville State. Hold.
Okay.
What are you saying about what's
Hold.
your
Yeah, I'll hold on that one as well.
Kennesaw State? Sell. I don't think they won a game.
I'll say sell.
Middle Tennessee. Huh?
I'll say sell too, but on Kennesaw State.
Middle Tennessee. Sell.
So, okay.
UTEP. I'll let you go first.
UTEP, I'm going to say hold because they're always a team that wins games. So I'm going to say hold.
Hold. New Mexico State.
The Aztecs. No, where's that New
Hold.
Mexico? Yeah, I'll say hold.
Notre Dame.
I would love to say buy, but I'm going to say sell. I think sell for the Irish.
Sell. UConn. Sell.
Yeah, sell.
UMass. Sell.
No, that's a basketball school. That's a basketball school.
Buffalo. Hold.
Yep, I was going to say they're halfway there. Yep.
Central Michigan. Bye. I guess.
Okay.
Eastern Michigan.
Sell.
So Toledo. Bye.
Bye.
Ohio. Sell.
Sell.
Bowling Green. Hold.
Yep. I'll agree with you on that one. Hold. Yep.
Western Michigan. Sell. Oh boy. Akron. Sorry, Akron fans.
Sell.
You're not gonna like me. Sell. Miami of Ohio. Bye.
Bye. Yep. The Red Hawks. Yep.
I could see them winning out the rest of their games. Kent State. Sell.
Sell.
Northern Illinois. Fun while it lasted. Sell.
Sell.
And Ball State. Sell.
Sell.
Fresno State.
The Mountain West. I'm gonna say hold.
Hold. San Jose State. Sell.
Sell.
UNLV. Hold.
Hold. Yep.
Because they've already got 2 big wins against the Big 12. Actually, I'm changing that. Buy. I'm buying UNLV.
Okay.
Boise State.
I'm gonna say bye.
Hold.
Okay.
Hawaii. Oh no, Colorado State. Hold.
Hold.
Hawaii. I love Hawaii football, but
Sell.
I'm not falling for this. Sell. Nevada. They're not a football school.
Yeah, I'd say
Sell.
sell.
San Diego State. I can't really say if they are or aren't a football school because normally they're good at football. So hold.
Okay. Hold.
Utah State. Sell.
Sell.
Wyoming.
Hold.
Yeah. People are saying they're going to be horrible. I'm going to say hold. Just for the heck of it. Air Force.
I don't know because with Navy and Army being so good, you know what? I hate to do that, but I'm gonna say sell.
I'm going to say the same thing. It pains me to say it too. New Mexico. Am I seeing that record right? 0-4.
I was gonna say that's a basketball school, so I'm gonna say sell.
So, did we even do the Pac-2? Just Washington State and Oregon State. Oh boy, here we go. The SEC, the last conference we're doing buying or selling for. Missouri. Hold.
I'm gonna say buy because I had them going to the college football playoff. So
Tennessee, bye.
Say I hate to say that, but yes, I agree. I hate to say that.
Georgia, I know you're disagreeing with me on this. Georgia is a beware for me.
I'm gonna say hold on them, but I, for some off the wall reason, believe that Alabama's going to give them a ball game on Saturday night.
Arkansas.
Arkansas 3-1 so far this year. I'm gonna say so. Pittman's on the hot
I'm gonna
seat.
say
Yeah.
I'm gonna say hold because Taylor
Okay.
Green has been lighting it up. LSU
Hold.
Texas A&M sell.
So yeah, they forget who they're
New
playing this week. Forget who they have on the docket. Sell for A&M.
Arkansas. They play
Yeah,
Arkansas.
I'll say sell for A&M as well.
South Carolina hold,
Bye.
even though their quarterback's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Florida, sell. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Sell, even though y'all beat Mississippi State. Ole Miss,
Bye.
easy bye.
Yeah.
Texas, bye. Even
Bye.
without Quentin Ewers.
Archer's
Alabama,
good. Bye.
Hold.
Okay.
I'm saying hold for one reason, and it's their running game. I don't trust their running game. Oklahoma, sell.
Sell.
They just made a quarterback change.
Okay.
They benched Jackson Arnold for a true freshman. Auburn, sell. They went back to Peyton Thorne, which I think we both know how that's going to end up for them. Vandy, unfortunately, sell.
Yeah.
Mississippi State,
Sell.
so, and Kentucky,
Sell.
so. So that concludes the buying and selling segment of the show. Now, we are going to briefly talk about the Pac-12. And I just saw an article yesterday, where USF, Memphis, UTSA, and it was, I think, one other team said they are not going to the Pac-12. They are staying in the American.
I saw the same.
Where do you?
I like the idea. I think that the AAC commissioner is going to go get Air Force, and are going to have the 3 academies in the same conference, where they're going to be battling for the Commanders-in-Chief trophy. But I mean, a lot of people are going to tell you that, here's a chance for those 4 teams to go to a major conference, but a conference that only has 2 teams at the moment. And from what I read this afternoon, they're going to have to pay the Mountain West like almost $100 million to get the teams out of the Mountain West. So how much can they, I'm sure the American's going to charge to get their teams out of there too. So I can't imagine what kind of money the Pac-12 is going to have to pay. So
And
I'm
then
happy
and then I saw where Utah State is going to leave the Mountain West and go to the Pac-12.
I saw that today too. Yeah, they made that decision already.
But and then they're talking about other teams for expansion. They're talking about taking UTEP, New Mexico State, and somebody else from Conference USA, and trying to get them into either the Pac-12 or the Mountain West.
Well, yeah, I mean, because probably what if the Mountain West is going to lose some of their teams, they're going to want to reload back up with teams from a different conference that can help them. Because at the end of the day, we both know, and everyone out there knows, it's all about money. So whatever they're going to do, they're going to bring teams in that can help the conference. So if the Mountain West was his teams, they're going to bring teams from other conferences in. So, but we'll see how many, because Utah State was in the Mountain West. I think they're the only one so far that said they're going to move to the Pac-12.
Well, UNLV originally said they wouldn't, but now they've backtracked.
Okay.
And they said they're holding a meeting to discuss future options.
Okay.
I think what's going to happen with the American is eventually, when the inevitable happens and the ACC crumbles, you're going to get some AAC teams that go over to the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
Like USF, Memphis, maybe UTSA, maybe North Texas. And then the American reloads and they get maybe North Dakota State, maybe Sacramento State, maybe North Dakota, South Dakota. Because people keep talking about all those schools want to come to the FBS, but I don't think what people understand is if you're going to leave, like North Dakota State, I don't know what conference they're in the FCS, but they're going to have to pay a large exit fee.
Correct.
To come to the FBS, and on top of that, they wouldn't be eligible for the postseason for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I'm sorry, that's the stupidest rule ever.
Yeah, because don't you play college football for a chance to possibly play in a bowl game? I mean, isn't that what it's all about? To get 6 wins and be bowl eligible, So that would suck if you were a kid who was either on scholarship or wanted to go there or being recruited there. I'd be pretty upset.
I would too. And I saw what the Colorado State quarterback had said about Shedeur in Colorado, and it still didn't justify that Shedeur was a complete jerk to Braden Fowler Nicolosi after the Colorado State game and didn't shake his hand. He basically, and I'm going to put this in the nicest way I can. He basically said they should have beaten the tar out of Colorado last year and ended their Cinderella story. And Shedeur was all mad about it. We saw the handshake between the two coaches, but what we didn't see was the interaction between the two quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody posted a video about it on social media, and of course, you know me, I have to comment on stuff like that. I said, look, that is very classless on the part of Shedeur Sanders to not shake hands with the quarterback. And then, of course, with Nicolosi of Colorado State, and of course, I get a reply back. They're like, you don't know what you're talking about. The Colorado State quarterback was being a bad sport. This, that. I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. You can think what you want to think. That's like people with Kirby Smart. Because I saw a video of Kirby Smart yelling at his players. And of course, you know how Georgia fans are. They run to the defense of their coach and say he's doing the right thing by yelling at his players. Mm-hmm. That's not how you treat college kids. It's different. It's different if they are. It's different if they were in the military.
Mhm.
Completely different. But they're not in the military, and they're 19 and 20-year-old kids that are there to play football and not be. Let me turn the line on. You know what? I'll make this work. But you don't yell at your players. That is one thing you don't do. Is yell at your players and tell them, look, you need to do this, you need to do that. Even if they're coachable, that's something you don't do. But anyway, let's get to our upset picks.
Okay.
I'll let you go first.
All right. I have 4. I have Louisville over Notre Dame, Illinois over Penn State, North Carolina over Duke, and Colorado over UCF.
Oh, I think we have one in common. Okay, I'll go over mine. And everybody, sorry for the bad lighting. I forgot to turn the lights on before we went live. But my upsets, I have Louisville plus, it was 7 when I wrote it down the other day. I don't know if it's went up or down. No, plus 6. Louisville plus 6 to upset Notre Dame.
Okay.
And here's my theory of why this upset's going to happen. Notre Dame has, other than last week against Miami, which I took Miami of Ohio to cover, and they did. But I think Notre Dame is on the rocks for another upset at some point. But my second upset is TCU. And Kansas fans, close your ears. You're not going to like this. I think my co-host knows where I'm going. TCU plus 2 to upset Kansas. Kansas fans, again, pick on me in the comments. I don't care. I think Kansas's downfall is started. And I think Lance Leipold's going to leave and take a job somewhere else. Whether it be in the Big 12, maybe David Randa gets fired, but I think TCU is going to upset Kansas. And my last upset is A&M fans. Y'all might also want to close your ears. I've got Arkansas plus 4.5 to upset Texas A&M. A&M looked shaky last week against. Wait, no, did they play last week? I think they did. But I like their quarterback Reed, but they don't have enough receivers, and I don't think that offense can keep up with Arkansas's offense and Taylor Green. So those are my 3 upset picks. Now let's hear my co-host picks against the spread.
Against the spread, bud, I have 4. I'm going to take USF plus 6 over Tulane. I'll take SMU minus 5 against FSU. I'm going to take you're not going to like me when I say this. I'm going to take the plus 19 Miami over Vatech. And the last one that I have is plus 17.5 with Mississippi State. Or sorry, excuse me, Ole Miss over Kentucky. Or my 4 against the spread.
Okay, now let's get to my 3. My first one, Auburn plus 3 to cover the spread against Oklahoma. Oklahoma just changed quarterbacks like I mentioned earlier. They benched, for some odd reason, they benched Jackson Arnold, which everybody was hyping up to be the next great Oklahoma quarterback for, I think it's Michael Hawkins Jr., a true freshman. And I know Auburn fans aren't going to like this. They're going to like that I said they're going to cover, but I don't think, and we're going to do game picks after we do over under, and this is one of the games we're going to be picking, but I think Auburn covers here. Next one is, and Southern Cal fans, you might not like me for this because I know I just said that I was out on Wisconsin earlier, but I think they cover the 14 here against Southern Cal, but they're going to lose. I think they cover somehow. I don't know how. Miracles happen. Maybe this is a miracle and they cover. I'll feel bad if they don't. And then I've got Buffalo plus 4.5 to cover. And this is a game between two teams that just don't deserve to be playing football. Buffalo plus 4.5 to cover against UConn. Ugh. Just talking about that game makes me it makes me sick just talking about that game. And then we'll go to over under, and again, you can go first.
All right, but I have 4. I have Oklahoma State, Kansas State. I have 55. The line is 55, or over under is 55.5. I'm going to go over in that game. Again, we were talking earlier about not betting against Mike Gundy. Georgia, Alabama, it's a 48 and a hook. I'm going over. I think both of those teams can put up points. It's going to be the team that stops the one team on offense at the end of the game. Army versus Temple, the 45.5. I'm going to go over that. Army's looking pretty good so far this season, and Temple's not that good of a football team. And the last one that I have is FSU, SMU, 47.5. I'm taking the over because I think the Mustangs, even though they have a dinged up quarterback, FSU didn't look that good last week against Cal. I don't really think that they're going to put up much of a fight against SMU this week.
Okay, here's my 3 over-unders. My first one is Liberty versus App State, and the total is 62 and the hook. I'm taking over 62.5 points. I've watched enough Liberty games to know that if you're going to bet on Liberty, you always bet the over on the total. So that's number 1. Number 2, I'm also going Georgia, Bama, and I think that will go over too. It is 49 points right on the dot, and I'm taking the over. And then Louisiana, Monroe, and Troy. Tell me if that doesn't sound like a game to you that's going to be pathetically low scoring.
I was going to say it's one of those, they call them skip that game. It'll be boring. It'll be low scoring, and turn it back on at the end of the game and see who won. That type of game.
The total is 46 points.
Low.
I've looked up how many points both teams score. There's no way. There is absolutely zero way they get to 46. No. I want, and when I do best bets like that, those are games I say to avoid because you're going to lose your money if you bet the over in a game like that. But now, and for anybody in the comment section on me or my co-host live stream, you can also put your game picks in the comment section too. But we are going to start with game picks, and we are going to start with a lighter slate in the SEC. There's very few games in the SEC this week. Think. Ole Miss and Kentucky. Ole Miss.
Rebels.
Oklahoma, Auburn.
Oklahoma.
I want to say Auburn because I took them to cover. Look at the problem I have is look at the spread and how low it is.
Only two. Basically, and they're on the road. So usually the home team gets the 3 points, but they're on the road. So yeah, it's very low.
Get me. I'm going to say Auburn.
Okay.
Even though I could be wrong. Arkansas and Texas A&M. Arkansas.
I'm going to take the Aggies.
And those were our 3 in that conference. Let's go to my second favorite conference, the Sun Belt. Ball State and James Madison.
James Madison.
Give me the Dukes. Texas State and Sam Houston.
Give me the home team.
Think what I did my game picks earlier this week. I took Sam Houston. So I'm going to take Sam Houston, even though I could be wrong. Louisiana and Wake Forest.
Give me the Raging Cajuns.
Give me the Raging Cajuns too.
They
think that was
Tulane. So yeah.
So that was 3 games there. Let's go to the Big Ten. And the game on Friday, Washington and Rutgers.
Give me the Scarlet Knights.
Give me Rutgers, even though that line is 2.5 points. I don't know why we're even talking about Michigan, Minnesota. It's gonna be.
I'll take
Michigan's gonna slaughter them. The Maryland and Indiana.
You know what? Give me the Hoosiers. They're at home. They get to 5-0, 2-0 in the conference. Why not?
Give me Indiana, and I'm going to say this. I think that people are really underestimating how good Kirk Cignetti is as a head coach. That is Indiana's head coach. I think they will be undefeated by the time they get to the Michigan game. Hot take. So that's 3 games there. Now, we just had the Big 12, the American, and the ACC left. Oh. UCF in Colorado.
Give me the Buffaloes.
I hate to do it. I'm taking Colorado too. And it's not because I'm a USF fan. It's just we've talked about this at least 3 times on the show today.
Mm-hmm.
Never bet against Mike Gundy. He will make you look foolish. Give me Oklahoma State.
I agree. Give me the Cowboys.
Baylor, BYU. Now, BYU should win this game. Will they? That's a different question. I'm taking BYU, but I'm very concerned that they might get beat.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, but I'll go the same route.
That's 3 games there. Now we've got the American, Temple, and Army. Give me Army by 100.
Yeah, give me the Black Knights.
Another service academy. Navy, UAB.
Give me the Michigan.
South Florida, Tulane.
Give me the Bulls. I think they bounced back after their
USF. Give me USF.
Miami last week.
And then we've got the ACC. Friday night, Virginia Tech, Miami.
I'm going to take the Canes.
Miami's favored. I'm going to take Virginia Tech. I believe in what Brett Pry's doing, and I think there's a chance this is an upset because Miami always tends to overlook games like this. We saw it last year against Georgia Tech. Does it rear its ugly head again this year? I think it does against Virginia Tech. Western Kentucky, Boston College.
Give me the Eagles.
Boston College coming off an emotional win on Red Bandana Night, which personally, that's my second favorite tradition in college football behind Enter Sandman. So give me Boston College. NIU and North Carolina State.
I think your gut wants you to take the Wolfpack, but I'm going to go with the upset. Give me Northern Illinois.
You know what? I'm right on the same track with you. I want to take North Carolina State, but the problem is, one, is Grayson McCall going to start a quarterback? And two, if he doesn't, it's going to be CJ Bailey, a true freshman. And freshman quarterbacks usually don't do well. Unless your name is Tua Tagovailoa or Jalen Hurts. But then again, they were at Alabama. Give me NIU. And we have, oh no, that's 3. And then we're gonna wrap it up with talking about just give me 3 coaches you think that have saved their job and are gonna get one more year.
Ooh, one more year. I thought you were going to say one more game. I was waiting for you to say one more game because I was going to say Billy Napier saved his butt for another game. You know what? And I hate, and I mentioned this earlier that we sold them. You know, Sam Pittman got off to a good start. Maybe they don't fire him. Maybe Arkansas, you know, they win this week. They beat A&M. They're off to a good start. He doesn't get fired, especially if they get to a bowl game. They're going to have 4 wins if they beat Texas A&M. So definitely him would be one of them that could keep his job. I mean, I don't know if he was on the hot seat or not. Why can't I think of his name now? Who's the head coach for Miami? Damn it. Cristobal. I think he saved his job because I think his quarterback basically saved his you know what. And you know what, buddy? Deion Sanders at Colorado. I think it's going to be hard to, the buyout's going to be too expensive, and they beat Colorado State. I think they beat UCF. They get rolling in the Big 12. So I'm going to say Deion Sanders.
Okay, I'm going to give you my 3. Number 1, Deion. And I'm going to roll right off what you said. They beat Colorado State, and they won last week. So I think he saved his job for one more year. Number 2, and unfortunately, there's going to be people that disagree with this. I think Mike Norvell might, and I'm saying this with a big asterisk, might have saved his job. Because I think like Deion, one of the guys you said, he has a huge buyout. And I think if they bought him out, they would have trouble finding somebody else. And then my last one is the coach for I'm going to say, who's the coach at BYU? Is it still Sataki?
I believe so.
Kalani Sitake at BYU. Because I think if they got off to a bad start, that he was going to get canned and they would have brought somebody else in. But I think that's going to do it for tonight's show. We will see y'all back here Thursday night at 8 o'clock. No, 6. 6. Thursday,
And
yeah,
that's
Thursday
if
night at
we
6.
don't get hit by a hurricane.
Yes, if we don't get hit by a hurricane. If we do, we will just have to reschedule it to next week.
Yep. Sounds good. I'll see you at 6, but on Thursday.
Yep. Have a good one.
You too, bud. Stay safe with the storm.